Hi y'all, how y'all doing? This Caliber. I got many names. You can respect on each and every one of those names. I am here to drag Disney's racist ass again. Wow. I had to go ahead and cancel my Disney Plus membership. I had to go ahead and do that. I'm sorry, subscription. Um, After Marvel did what it did at the San Diego Comic Con this year, and when they rolled RDJ out, uh, I'm like, no, I've had no. Now this happened before. The first time it's happened is when they fired Jonathan Majors in that shady trial, and they fired him. And I was like, nah, that's okay. I'm not gonna finance foolishness. And I went ahead and I was like, cut the cord then. But I resubscribed when they had the HULU interview. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe they're trying to figure it out. Maybe they're trying to do better because that whole thing was raggedy to me. And apparently they didn't. So, hey, I can't finance foolishness. So I went ahead and I dropped them. And I hope you all do the same. Um, am I telling you not to watch Disney slash Marvel? I'm not telling you not to watch it. I'm just saying don't pay for it. You can watch it, but don't pay for it. You can do whatever you want with that. Um, as far as Jonathan Majors is concerned, leave that man alone. Please leave Jonathan Majors alone. Um, he's not going back to his ex. Um, they're having legal issues they are sorting out. So please leave that man alone. Okay, leave bro alone. He's going through the motions right now to get to a better day. Let him get to his better day. All right, he's happy. I bet he's more than happy with Megan Good. From what where I'll see, he's more than happy. So let that man be happy. Um, Speaking of Jonathan Majors, um, it's funny because in Secret Wars, in the book, Kang plays a part, but Doctor Doom ends up absorbing the Beyonder's power and becomes a god. Um, Now, I'm not gonna watch the movie. I'm not gonna pay for it, but that's what happens. Now, here's the funny thing about that. Now that I told you that about Secret Wars, what are the odds that they do that? What are the odds that Doom kills Kang and then he gets some godlike power? Now, why am I bringing this up? Good question. I'm bringing this up because I thought Marvel doesn't go by source material. They didn't go by source material with Wakanda Forever. Um, they didn't go by source material actually with Multiverse of Madness. I thought they didn't go source material on Eternals. I thought they would go by source material. See, in Black Panther, T'Challa doesn't die. He's in a coma. Thus, pushes Shuri forward to become Black Panther. And she becomes Black Panther, and then T'Challa comes out of his coma. And then you end up having two Black Panthers for an amount of time. But y'all didn't want to go by that because that's source material. Y'all didn't want to go by that. That's source material. Y'all didn't want to go by that. Okay. But now we're going by source material. Now we're going by source material. Now we have the heavens have parted and RDJ has descended, in his green robe, and now you're going to have Doom become God Doom, and just following along with the book. Even with Thanos' storyline, they didn't go by source material because Thanos' motivation was Lady Death. Well, they didn't go by source material, but I bet you they're gonna go by source material now. I bet you they're gonna go by source material now. We will get the biggest surprise they could do is for what is it? Have they had God Doom? Then I guess have God Kang. Now I would be knocked off my feet if they successfully did that. And I feel like if they do bring the Kang character back, they're gonna have to make the character into a buffoon, because what does Disney do to their black male characters? They got to make them buffoons. They got to depower them. They've got to make them suddenly overly sensitive. They have a problem with black, unapologetic male characters. They couldn't let T'Challa live. You couldn't do that. Think about it. Think about it. The only person I can think of is Nick Fury. And like I said, Nick Fury is showing more of his I see more parental side going on with Nick Fury. And I see more, you have the gunslinger who gets old and he starts to pay attention to things and starts to be a little bit more caring. Like this old. I ain't ashamed of it. When you get older, you get better. But you have that going on with Nick Fury. But as far as the young, unapologetically black male character, the only character I think they could have is like that right now would be Blade. It should have been T'Challa. But we should have had Blade and T'Challa on screen. And we should have had Blade and T'Challa face off on screen. We should have had that. But anyway. Yeah. They're not. Now we're going by source material. They surprised me if they brought back Kang and he was not a buffoon. They surprised me because they had to depower Kang as quick as they could. They had to depower him. They had to make sure, we got to bring him down a peg. That's too much. That's too much testosterone for Disney. We can't have that. But notice that. Suddenly now watch, they're not going to go by source material. Watch also. Pam Entertainment TV picked up on something. She said a key word. The word is sabotage. I think they have been sabotaging their films. Probably since Thor Love and Thunder. Multiverse of Madness, I think they're just happy that mug came out. Because there were so many storylines that were made into Marvel Legend figures that wasn't even in the story until they were like, hey, it's out. But Thor Love and Thunder sabotaged. The Marvels sabotaged. I don't think Wakanda Forever was sabotaged. I think it was the Bob Chapek strikes again. Bob Chapek stabs again. He just stabbed that movie. Yeah, I think that they I'm like, wow. They really, really sabotaged Thor 4, Eternals, release date wise. Spider-Man should have came out first and then Eternals. Because what did you want to see coming out of COVID? Coming out of COVID, you wanted something fun. And I love Eternals, as you can see. But you get the Old Testament coming out of COVID. What am I saying? These movies that have been done, they have been female led. Because the Marvels to me was better than Thor Love and Thunder. But I can see continuity errors in the Marvel, especially with Carol's helmet. Because that was a flashback. And the helmet color still didn't match up. They were doing these movies dirty. They were sabotaging them. And I already told you about Quantumania. They were sabotaging these movies because they are getting ready to roll out some more white male superheroes. And if somebody says, "Well, why didn't you have the woke characters in your films anymore?" They're like, "Oh, let's see, look what happened when we did that in Phase 4, in Phase 5. Look how that turned out." They sabotaged these movies. They did, and Pam Entertainment TV, you were very correct on what you feel about Blade, and I think they're trying to play those two against each other. Go see her video so you'll know what I'm talking about. Go see her video. But they're doing that. It's sad, and see, I can see that coming. That's why I got rid of that subscription. I was like, no, that's it's not going to work with me. So don't pay to see Marvel. Just watch it for free. If you come on FX, go ahead and watch it. Have a good time. Go to a friend's house. They got Disney Plus. But I think in a black community with like in 7 black homes on the street, one of those homes should have Disney Plus, and everybody else go to that home and watch it. Because until they represent black people correctly, don't watch their stuff. Leave their stuff alone. Here's something that really bothered me, and I thought about this with the whole Jonathan Majors thing. When it comes to Sonya Massey, like I said before, Grace Jabari's finger got more outrage and coverage than Sonya Massey. Where are the feminists? Matter of fact, where were I didn't even see. Where are the feminist groups during Sandra Bland and Breonna Taylor? This should have been like a bunch of feminists, coming in on helicopters and marching. This woman, Sonya Massey, was gunned down and shot 3 times in the face. I said it before. I'll say it again. So what? She was murdered, shot 3 times in the face. And I don't see no feminists budging. But y'all sure did jump when a non-melanated but yet biracial woman finger got hurt, and she didn't know where she got the finger hurt in the first place. But when that finger looked bad, I saw all these feminists get online, and I'm sorry, I should say toxic feminists, get online, and they were all upset, and they were so angry and all that stuff. But right now, with this woman who has been murdered, I don't see no smoke from y'all. I don't see no smoke from y'all. Where you at? Now, if there's been some feminist group that stepped up to the plate, let me know. But okay, we're a couple of weeks out, and this happened in July, early July. Okay, it's August. Why don't I see a bunch of feminist groups working with Black Lives Matter, NAACP? Let me see more of that. If that did happen, let me see more of it. Let me see more of it as to where, if you turn on CBS News, they're marching hand in hand. Why can't we see a bunch of white feminists march hand in hand with the NAACP in a protest against what happened to Sonya Massey? Why can't we see that? Y'all, be careful who you back. Be careful who you back. Be careful where your money goes to. Be really, really careful. Pay attention to things. Don't believe everything you read. Don't believe everything you hear. And what is it? Don't believe everything you read. Believe half of. Don't believe everything you hear and believe half of what you read. And do your research on topics when it come up on the internet. I'll always say that phrase because we want to get outraged with a group. We mean black people want to get outraged with a group who will turn right back around and not have our back when we go through an injustice. Okay? Just pay attention to that and notice that and be aware of that. Because y'all were all up here over one chick and just, oh, the heavens got a part for her. And then you have this other woman, this other lady who got gunned down. And then the officer is saying now he didn't know what the word rebuke means. He didn't know what it meant. And he felt like they gave him a right to go ahead and kill her because he thought rebuke was, I guess he's thinking it's a volatile word. Man, come on. Really? Go on with that BS. Go on, man. You did what you did, and you thought you could get away with it. You did that on purpose. You knew what that word meant. But I'm straying a bit. It's late. I'm tired. But please, do your research. Do your research, people. Do your research. And notice where your money is going. Pay attention to where your money is going. Is your money bouncing back to you? Pay close attention to where your money is going. And if you misused your money, see if you can go ahead and sell it to advance you or advance your loved one's life or advance that dream you have. If you invested in something that didn't really care for you, see if you can sell it and take that money and turn and invest in yourself. Get a health club membership. Try to get counseling so you can quit some type of addiction. Support the United Negro College Funds. Support a historically black college. Do things like that rather than to give your money to a bunch of people who don't respect you anyway, who don't feel like you deserve to be represented correctly. That's all I got. I went a little bit too long. But most of all, I want you to love yourself. I want you to stay safe. I want you to vote. I want y'all to love all y'all tribes. Y'all be good.